Hi everyone, welcome to My Max Academy. In this video, we'll continue with the chapter Matrices, which is the third chapter from your 12th standard CBSE Mathematics. I'm going to continue from exercise 3.4 in page number 97 of your textbook, problem number 15, which is to find the inverse of this matrix using elementary operations. To find the inverse of this matrix using elementary operations. So whether we can use the row operation or column operation, elementary row operations or column operations to find the inverse of this matrix. So I will do this using a row operations. Then next problem I will do with the column operations. So solution is, so we are going to, we'll say we will apply row operations. We'll apply elementary row operations or it is also called as transformations. Operations or transformations. Now to apply the row operation, the first step is we have to write our matrix A. We have to write A as I into A. That's first step. We have to write the given matrix A as I into A if you are going to apply the row operations. So matrix A, I'm going to write it here. That will become 2 minus 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3 minus 2, 2 with equal to I is 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. I is the identity matrix 0, 0, 1 with A you should write as it is. Don't substitute again A matrix. Right? The first step is you have to write A as I into A because we are going to apply the row operations to find the inverse of this matrix. Now again I will write the logic or the algorithm or the steps that we should follow when we are going to apply row operations for a 3 cross 3 matrix. Fine. So first I will put a box here. Box means 1, circle means 0. Again circle, then box, then circle, then circle, circle and box. Right? So the first step is going to be, we have to make, if you are going to apply the row operations to find the inverse of the given matrix A, we are going to apply series of operations so that this matrix will become an identity matrix like this, which is like this 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. It has to become like this matrix. So the first step is, I am writing the first step, which is first step. Among all this, I have to make this as 1, 0, 0. That which one should be first made as 1, which one should be first made as 0. So first is, you have to make, this is step 1. You have to make that element as 1, which means you have to make this element as 1. That is the first step. Second step is, we are applying the row operations, so the other elements in that particular column should become 0. We are applying the row operations. First is, you have to make this as 1, number 1. That is the first step. Second step is, the other elements in that column should be made as 0, which means you should make, this is your second step and this is your third step, S3. Then the fourth step is, you have to go to the second row. Here you have to, in this second row, you have to make this element as 1. That is your step 4. After making this element as 1, you have to make the other elements in that column as 0, which means that's what the symbol says, circle. So this will become S5. S5's fifth step is to make this 0. Sixth step is to make this 0. Then the seventh step is you have to make this as 1. So there is a seventh step, which is box. S7, seventh step. Then eighth step is you have to make this as 0, 8, then this as 0, 9th step. You can even make this as 0 and this as 0. So the order of these two or these two or these two can be interchanged. Fine. So but we will follow this order of steps. So first one is we have to make this element as 1 using either the row 1 or row 1, row 2, row 3, any of the rows. Right? So now how do we make this? Using this and this we cannot make. I cannot say this minus this, then it will become 0. I can't say 2 plus 3, that will become 5, or 2 minus 3 will give me minus 1. So using row 2 and row 3 it becomes little tricky to make it 1, but the obvious way to make 2 as 1 is I will divide each element in R1 by 2. So I am going to apply this operation. R1 implies R1 by 2. So each element of R1 I am going to divide by 2. So if you do that, what will happen? So this will become 1. So we achieved this. We have got 1 because 2 by 2 is 1. Then this will become minus 3 by 2. This will become 3 by 2. The other two rows no change. 2, 2, 3, 3 minus 2, 2. Equal to, again when you are applying the row operation in a matrix equation, here we have applied the row operation. When you have two matrices, you should apply only to the first matrix. Nothing should be done to the second matrix. That's why I am writing A as it is. I am not even substituting for A. So you have to apply this operation only to this. So what do we get? R1 is R1 by 2. So each element of R1 should be divided by 2. So it will become 1 by 2, 0 by 2, 0. The other rows will be same. No change to the row 2 and row 3. This is A. So we have made this. So first step is done. Then you have to make these two zeros. We have to make these two zeros using this one. Using this one. So what we can do? We can these two zeros. So we will make this two zeros. Say S2. S2 is this step. This should be made as 0 using this one. Then we will say what? 2 minus 2 into 1. Then this will become 0. So 2 is second row. So we will say R2 implies R2, which is 2 minus 2 into 1. 2 into 1. 1 is R1. So we will apply this operation. So that this will become 0. That is our second step. Your element in the second row first column, this element should become 0. So if you apply this, what do we get? We get R1, there is no change. Fine. My R3, no change. Equal to, I can write again R1, no change. 1 by 2, 0, 0. My R3 also no change. 0, 0, 1 and A. Fine. A little bigger. Then we have to apply this. R2 is R2 minus 2 times R1. So 2 minus 2 times 1 is 0. Then 2 minus 2 times minus 3 by 2. So 2, this is to R2. R2 minus 2 times R1. 2 minus 2 times this will become 2. 2 will get cancelled. 2 plus 3, it will become 5. It will become 5. Then again 3 minus 2 times 3 by 2. So this is your R2 is 3. 3 minus 2 into R1. R1 is 3 by 2. So 3 minus 2 into 3 by 2 will give me 3 minus 3, which is 0. Which becomes 0. So similarly we have to write here. So R2 is R2, which is 0 minus 2 times R1. So 0 minus 2 into 1 by 2 will give me minus 1. Then 1 minus 2 times 0 is 1. 0 minus 0. You get minus 1, 1, 0. Fine. Then the next step is we have to make this one as 0. That is your step 3. You have to make this one as 0 using this one. So what can we apply? So I will write here. So we can say, I'm going to apply for this. I'm going to say R3 is R3 minus 3 times R1. So that this will become 0. So R3, row 3 is, I'm going to apply row 3 implies row 3 minus 3 times row 1. Then what will happen? I will write my first row 1 minus 3 by 2, 3 by 2. Second row is 0, 5, 0. And the third row is going to get changed. So here also I will write my other two rows. The first row and the second row. 1 by 2, 0, 0. 1 by 2, 0, 0. Minus 1, 1, 0. Minus 1, 1, 0. Then A. Third row is getting changed. So we have to apply this onto this. Now row 3 is row 3 minus 3 times row 1. So 3 minus 3 times 1 is 0. Then minus 2. Minus 2 minus 3 times this will become 9 by 2. Minus 2 plus 9 by 2 will give you, right? So you get 5 by 2, right? Minus 2 minus 3 into R2. So minus into minus 3 is plus 9, 9 by 2. Minus 2 plus 9 by 2 will give you 5 by 2. Then 2 minus 2 into 3 by 2. So your 2 will get cancelled, minus 3 is 2 minus 3 will give you minus 1. Minus 5 by 2. So I think minus 5 by 2. Sorry. Right? So R2, R3 is 3 times, right? R2, 2 minus 3 times this. So I will get what? Minus 9 by 2. So 2, this is minus 9 by 2 will give me minus 5 by 2. Right? The same operations if we apply here. So R3 is 0 minus 3 times 1 by 2 is minus 3 by 2. Then 0 minus 3 times 0 is 0. Then 1 minus 3 times 0 is 1. Fine? Clear? Now the next step is we have done these two. Now this is over. Third step is over. We have to make this as 1. We have to make this as 1, R2 as 1 using either R2 or R3. You cannot use R1 to make R2 as 1. That may impact the other elements. So you have to make this as 1, which is the fourth step. Either you should use the row 2 or you should use row 2 and row 3. Don't use the row 1 to make row 2 as 1. So the easy way to make this as 1 is divide each element by 5. So I can say R2 is R2 by 5. In that case, I will get 1 minus 3 by 2, 3 by 2, and this will become 0, 0 by 5 is 0, 5 by 5 is 1, 0 by 0 is 0. Right? And this will be third row, no change. And this will become, again I have to change my each element of my row 2 should be divided by 2, minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 0 by 2, 0, minus 3 by 2, 0 and 1. And so each element I have divided by 2. Each element, sorry, I have divided by not 2, 5. Sorry, 5. So minus 1 by 5 and 1 by 5. Dividing by 5, right? So this will become minus 1 by 5, 1 by 5, 0. Fine. So we have got into this step where the step 4 is done. Where we are done with step 4 where we have made this as 1. Now we should make this as 0 using this one. We have to make that as 0 using 1. So how do we make this as 0 using this? Next step is to make this 0. So which is, this is R1. So we'll say R1 implies R1 plus 3 by 2 R2. I'll multiply this with 3 by 2 R2. R1 implies R1 plus 3 by 2. So that will make this as 0. And actually you can do one more thing. You can do your step 5 and step 6 together in the same step. So this will take care of this operation you are going to apply to make S5 as 0, to make S6 as 0, to make this as 0, we have to change row 3. So we'll say row 3 implies the same two operations we can apply in the same step itself. So here also I could have done this. See, R2 I have applied and R3 also I could have applied. Right? So same step we can apply. So R3 I am going to make this element 0. See, this will make, this operation will make this element 0. Right? So which means R1 is, this is, I have to get 3 by 2. How will I make this as 3 by 2? If I multiply by 3 by 2, then 1 will become 3 by 2. That's why I multiply by 3 by 2. Now, how will I make this as 0 using this? I should take R3 is R3, which is 5 by 2, minus 5 by 2 into this one. 5 by 2 into R2. If I do that, then this will also become 0. So this will become 0, this element also become. So I'm going to apply both the operations simultaneously. We can do that. The only thing that you should make sure that the whichever is changing, your R1 is changing, R3 is changing. That should not be used here. Here we are using only R2. So we are okay. Right? You cannot say R1 implies R1 plus 3 by 2 R2. Then you cannot say R2 equal to R2 implies. When you say R2 implies, you are using R2, you are changing R2. So here we are changing R1 and R2 using R2. So R2 is not changed here. So that this is okay. You can apply in both in the same step, or you can apply this operation in one step, then the next step you can apply this operation. That is also fine. Right? So I'm writing, so like that's how I did it here. I could apply these two in the same step itself. Right? I'm going to apply both in this. Now what do we happen? So let's first, so which row is getting changed? R1 and R3 are getting changed. So R2 no change. I will write R2 first. R2 I have written. Here also I will write R2 minus 1 by 5, 1 by 5, 0. And this is A. Now R1 is going to get changed. My R1 is going to get changed. So R1 is R1 plus 3 by 2 of R2. So what do we get? So 1 plus 3 by 2 of R2 is 0. So 1 plus 3 by 2 times 0 is 1. Now 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2 plus 1 times 3 by 2 into 1. So minus 3 by 2 into 3 by 2 into 1 is 0. Now again 3 by 2 plus 0 times 3 by 2 is 3 by 2. Okay. Then we will apply the same here also. So this step. So R1 is 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2 times of R2. 1 by 2, which is this 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2 of R2. R2 is minus 1 by 5. So if I do this rough work, so 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2 into R2. R2 is minus 1 by 5. Minus 1 by 5. So if you do this, you get 1 by 2 minus 3 by 10. So if you take LCM is 10 and you get into 5 minus 3, which is 2 by 10, you will get 1 by 5. So this will give you 1 by 5. Clear? Then again if you apply, R3 is R3 minus, sorry, R2, R1 is R1. So 0 plus 3 by 2 of 1 by 5. So this is 0 plus 3 by 2 into 1 by 5 will give you 3 by 10. Will give you 3 by 10. Then again 0 plus 3 by 2 of 0 is 0. Now we should apply this row 3 operation. This is done. Row 1 is changed input. Now row 3. Row 3 is here. So 0 minus 5 by 2 times, sorry, row 3. Row 3 is row 3 minus 5 by 2 of row 2. Sorry, 0 minus 5 by 2 of 0. 0. Then 5 by 2 minus 5 by 2 of 1 is 0. Then minus 5 by 2, that is your row 3, minus 5 by 2 of 0 will give you minus 5 by 2. Fine. Then we are going to apply here this one. Row 3 is minus 3 by 2 minus 5 by 2 times of 1 by 5. Right? So if you do that, what do we get? We'll write it in the rough work, so rough column. So R3 is minus 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2 minus 5 by 2 into R2. R2 is this one we are doing. So which is minus 1 by 5. Minus 1 by 5. So 5 will get cancelled. You get minus 3 by 2 plus 1. 1 by 2. That is minus 1. You get minus 1. Clear? Then similarly you do this. 0 minus 5 by 2 times 1 by 5. So 0 minus 5 will get cancelled. You get minus 1 by 5. Then 1 minus 5 by 2 times 0 is 1. Fine. So now, so we have done this. Now we have done till this steps. We have done till this S5. S6 is also done. S5 and S6 we have done together. We have made this 0 in the same step by applying these two operations. You can do that. Now the next one is S7. You have to make this element as 1. You have to make that 5 by 2 as 1. So how will you make this as 1 minus 5 by 2 as 1? we are in row 3. You can make this element as 1 only by using row 3. Don't use the previous rows to make it 1. Whenever you are making anything as 1, don't use the previous row to make that 1. Either use the current row or the row after that. To make this as 1, you can use row 1, row 2 or row 3. To make this as 1, you can use row 2 or row 3. To make this as 1, you must use only row 3. So how will you make this as row 3 is minus 5 by 2 as 1 using minus 5 by 2. So which means I will multiply this with minus 2 by 5. So each element of row 3 will be, row 3 implies minus 2 by 5 of row 3. If I multiply each element by minus 2 by 5, then what do we get? We get this will become 1, 0, 3 by 2, 0, 1, 0. I am writing the first two rows as it is. Fine. Then here also the first two rows, which is 1 by 5, 3 by 10, 0, minus 1 by 5, 1 by 5, 0. Then this is A. The third row we are going to change. I am going to multiply each element by minus 2 by 5. Minus 2 by 5 into 0, 0. Minus 2 by 5 into this 0, 0. Minus 2 by 5 into 5 by 2 is 1. Now again we should multiply here each element by minus 2 by 5. So minus 1 into minus 2 by 5 is 2 by 5. And minus 1 by 2 into minus 2 by 5 will give me plus 1 by 5. Then minus 2 by 5 into 1 is minus 2 by 5. Clear? Fine. Now we are in the last step, where we have to, next step is, we have made this as 1. The next step is to make this as 0 and this as 0. Right? We can try to apply, do both together. Both this can be made as 0 at the same time. Right? But you see that this is already 0. S9 is already 0. So we'll make only S8 as 0. So what is the step 8? Step 8 is we have to make this as 0 using this. How will you make 3 by 2 as 0 using this? You will say 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2 times 1. 3 by 2 is in the row 1. So row 1 is row 1 minus 3 by 2 times row 2. So we'll apply this operation. Row 1 implies row 1 plus or minus. Row 1 implies row 1 minus 3 by 2 of row 3. So this we have to make it 0 using this. So R1 is 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2 times 1. That will make this as 0. That will make this as 0. So what do we get if we do that? So row 1 is changing. So row 2 I will write as it is. Row 2 here also I will write as it is. Row 2 1. So minus 1 by 5, 1 by 5. This one, 1 by minus 1 by 5, 1 by 5, 0. And row 3. Row 3 is 2 by 5, 1 by 5 minus 2 by 5. 2 by 5, 1 by 5 minus 2 by 5. Fine. Now we are going to change row 1. So row 1 is row 1 minus 3 by 2 of row 3. So 1 minus 3 by 2 into 0 will be 1. Now 0 minus 3 by 2 times 0 is 0. Now 3 by 2 minus 1 into minus 3 by 2 into 1. So 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2 into 1 is 0. The same thing we have to do for this also. So here 1 by 5. So we have to do 1 by 5 minus 3 by 2 times R3 minus 3 by 2 times 2 by 5. So we'll do the rough work here. So that is 1 by 5 minus 3 by 2 into R3. R3 is 2 by 5. 2 by 5. 2 will go. You will get 1 by 5 minus 3 by 5. That will give you minus 2 by 5. So this will become minus 2 by 5. Clear? Then again do this. 3 by 10 minus 3 by 2 of 1 by 5. So this is 3 by 10 minus 3 by 2 of 1 by 5 is 3 by 10. So 3 by 10 minus 3 by 10 is 0. Then again 0 minus 3 by 2 of this will give me 2 will go minus into minus plus, you get 3 by 5, and here you have A. So minus 2 by 5, 0, 3 by 5. Now what we have got? Now we got the unit matrix here, or the identity matrix here. So we slowly started with this. This matrix has been changed to a unit matrix. Therefore, this is the inverse of A. So your inverse of A is this matrix will become the inverse of A. Right? So therefore, we will say A inverse equal to 2 by 5, 0, 3 by, sorry, minus 2 by 5. Minus 2 by 5, 0, 3 by 5. Then minus 1 by 5, 1 by 5, 0. Then 2 by 5, 1 by 5, minus 2 by 5. So that is your inverse of the given matrix A, and we have found the inverse using elementary row or column operations. This is minus 2 by 5. I think it's clear. Minus 2 by 5. This is the inverse of A. Now if you multiply your A matrix with A inverse, if you multiply this matrix and this matrix, you will get the identity matrix. You get the identity matrix, which is 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. You get this. So this is the inverse of the given matrix. So we have found the inverse using elementary row operations. We found the inverse using elementary row operations. So this is how we do it. Fine. So I will pause the video here. You can pause the video and take the notes. Fine. I will stop the video here. You can watch my next video for the continuation of the next problem, which is the 16th problem. I will do the inverse using elementary column operations. I will do. Here we did using row operations. I will show you how to find the inverse using elementary column operations for a 3x3 matrix. So all of you can pause the video now, take the notes, and please watch my video for the continuation of this. Thank you for watching.